lost souls, bitch, lost souls. And the no end. And the no end. And the no end. I reach the wrong one.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Bolturity. I'm sorry it took me a while to get this video done, but you see, I'm a school guy and I always got lots of people around me, lots of background noise, so it took me some time to get a day alone, to get this video recorded. Anyways, here it is, my full DPS PvP build video. Enjoy! Alright, so the idea is basically to run full DPS and make up for the loss of Magicka with high regen. And I did it by basically getting back Vampirism, and by being a high elf you get 10% more regen and running regen food. So the reason I actually lost Vampirism back in 1.5 and prior to that was because I was taking massive damage from DK's whips. And recently many DKs have switched over to stam builds, so there is no main reason not to go back to Vampire. Now you could say that you'll take more damage from Siege, but to be honest, it's really easy to shield stack it, and it shouldn't pose a problem. But what could actually be a problem is Dawnbreaker. Because Dawnbreaker is an insta cast right now, and it does some insta really high damage. You can do a minimum of 15k plus, and it can reach 20, 24, 25k damage. And it has a dot damage that's really high, higher than Meteor's dot damage. So once you're hit, you gotta make sure you either block it, wall dodge it, or evade it. If you actually keep your distance with your streaks, you should not have any problem. And if you block it, you'll take less damage. But be careful from the dot, because the dot will even do the same amount of damage even if you block it. Alright, so my armor is 4 Martial Knowledge, 2 Vulcan Scoria, 2 Adroitness, 2 Citadel's Light, and 2 Torx Pact for my sword and shield. So Torx Pact gives you spell damage 2 pieces, Citadel's Light spell damage 2 pieces. Each one is enchanted with spell damage glyphs, and same goes for my Adroitness necklace. 2 pieces also give a spell damage. Martial Knowledge 4 piece for the spell damage. It's not worth I don't think it's worth going for the 5 piece. You can try, but I don't think it's really worth it, and I'm using Vulcan Scoria. Now the build is actually quite tough to run, because it's gonna take quite some time, to adjust to running out of Magicka quick, but buying some time to regen back. So that's quite a problem. But if you get used to it and practice it and shit, it's gonna be really easy, because I'm gonna show some videos for my future videos. I'm running this build in all of them, and I did some pretty crazy 1v axes with it, and it pretty much works, and I know it works. It took me a while to put this video up, because I was testing this build the entire time, and I'm almost 100% sure it's a working, worthwhile using build. Now if it's gonna be quite hard for you, you can take it step by step. For example, you can go for Ancient Guardian first, and when you get used to the build, you can switch over to Vulcan, or you can switch your sword and shield from Torx Pact to Seducer, and you'll get even more regen. You'll go up to 2400. That's quite a huge amount of regen. But if you don't need any of that, you can just go ahead and go for the full best thing, which is Torx Pact, to just maximize your damage. As you can see, I get 2.4k spell damage unbuffed, and it can even go up even more higher, much more higher. So that's pretty much it for my armor, and here's what I got for my skills. Alright, so for my skills, I'm running Endless Fury, Lightning Flood, Crystal Fragments, Curse, Defensive Stance, and for the ultimate, I'm not really decided yet. Now, there are 3 ultimates that I've been, going back and forth between them: Greater Storm Matronog, Meteor, Ice Comet, and Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Now, each of them does some really high massive damage and really worth using, but I don't know, I just keep switching. You can decide whatever you like most. Now the Dawnbreaker of Smiting, like I said, it does some really good high damage. I'm gonna show some clips of me using it, and it's really nice. It's pretty much an insta one shot. You know, it's really quick. You can, for example, you can go for a curse followed by crystal, like really quick curse crystal and Dawnbreaker, and the guy's pretty much done for if he's a vampire. For my second bar, I got Ball Lightning, Hardened Ward, Healing Ward, Degeneration. I explained in my fact video that overloads proc from Degeneration, and finally Daedric Mines. And for the second ultimate, it has to be Overload, because I always need a third bar. Third bars are really helpful, you know, and because you need even more skills to put on, so this is pretty much perfect for it. So on the Overload bar, you're gonna have a Ball Lightning, Hardened Ward, Degeneration again, and Consuming Trap. Now, the idea of this build, since you kind of run out of resources real quick, you want to finish off your enemies with your overloads, if possible. Okay, so when you switch to your overload, you can cast, and you know your enemy is almost out and he's gonna die. You cast your Degeneration again, and you cast your Consuming Trap, because when you use the skill, you gain 8% health, magicka, and stamina if the guy dies, you know, if your enemy dies. So if you're pretty much sure he's gonna die, you get 10 seconds to kill him. Within these 10 seconds, if you do, you get back some resources. Now, this 8% could go up to 10% when you level it up. It's mine is rank 2, but if you level it up, it can go up to 10%. And 10% is not really much, but, you know, any kind of resources is welcome. I mean, I'll welcome any kind of resources that I can get from a region anyway. So you won't really see me using it much, and if you feel yourself that you're not really using it much either you can switch it out for something else. I mean, you can switch it out for Boundless Storm. Boundless Storm is really good, and you can put it in here for escaping or whatever that you need. But you can try using this skill. It may sound funny, but I'd recommend using it if you can. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment if you got any questions, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I'll see you guys in my next PvP video. Peace!